advantage from the fighter from Libya.
It's always something to take into consideration as well, the height of your opponent. It determines what distance you're going to go from.
And do you prefer fighters of the same height, or do you prefer fighting people who are shorter than you? Oh, hey, my word, what an opener that was. Came from nowhere, didn't it?
Great way to start the fight, isn't it?
And there was me just waiting for that 30 seconds or so of testing. No. Abudabous having none of that. He wants the 3 points and he's taken it straight away. What an opener.
We talked about it. Sometimes it's more difficult to find out what kind of fighter your opponent is, but sometimes you're just able to get it straight away. And he clearly...
And that's the first time we've seen someone come straight off the line to score. Abdelgawad coach looking for a video review. There's the kick. Now, did it bounce off the shoulder? Did it meet its target first hand? There. What do you think, Hannah?
I think that got him.
Certainly got him by surprise. Came from down, he's put his leg down and then just comes straight back up again. Great call from the coach. Yeah. Certainly levels the scoring. Difference is the Senchu advantage. Abudabous just has that narrow lead. We've still got 2/3 of the bout to go. So look for the kicks, that's the message. They both
seem very keen on their legs, don't they?
Wow. Oh, this time Abdelgawad goes for a kick to the body. There's the score from Abudabous. Punch came in. Video review for red. Looking at a kick to the body at the same time as the punch came in. Steps to the left, kicks to the body.
Wow.
Good for you?
Good for me. I think it was fabulous timing. No.
What was the video review thinking it was second to the punch?
Possibly. That's definitely something to take into consideration.
It certainly looked like most of the other criteria were there. Four points to 3. Abudabous of Libya still leads. Video review request from the coach of Libya. That's more Abdelgawad going for the kick to the body. That was the shin that time. So neither of the coaches have the video review card left. This time, the score is being given for the body kick.
This is a very tight fight, isn't it?
It is indeed. And it's Abdelgawad who now has his neck in front, so to speak. Abudabous needs at least 1 point to bring that Senchu back into play. Abdelgawad going off the mat. So Chewy warning, another yellow card. How do you determine where you want to position yourself on the mat? Ideally in the middle, I guess.
Ideally, you don't want to be super close to the end. You want to give yourself, just like he's doing now, that little bit of room to move, to go wherever you need.
And you train in the corner? You train with your partners to force you into those positions?
Yes, I personally, I love the corner. I love that you can move. I prefer it. I feel more comfortable there.
Right.
But it's definitely worth being able to put that pressure on to make your way back into the middle and reset.
There was a reset from Abdelgawad. Takes another point. Now he brought that Senchu into play.
This is a very active, very talented fight. You can see that the scores are just going up on both sides.
Now, although there was a 2-point score from Abdelgawad, the Senchu takes the first priority. So in these circumstances, as the referee is counting, I can't tell you off screen, the referee is counting to 10 to see if the athlete can get up in time, because if they can't get up within 10 seconds, regardless of the circumstances, they wouldn't be able to continue. But there was a clash between both competitors, and if there are injury caused by accident, that can still be penalised. We'll just have to wait and determine the outcome of this. In the meantime, when you're in a situation like this, either you've been injured or your opponent's been injured, how do you cope with that? I mean, obviously if it's you, you've got to get better, that's the thing.
As you're the other person.
Yeah. Yeah, so just an opportunity to look at some of these techniques of the bout. There's that kick that went into the head from Abdelgawad. But sorry, Hannah, you were saying?
As you're the person that's sitting there waiting, although you don't like to see your opponent injured, you don't like to see you hurting someone, that takes priority off of the mat. At this moment in time while you're waiting, you need to get your mindset back into the game.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there's no moment to feel bad about what you've done. It's ultimately it's about winning and being able to perform your best. And then when you get off the mat, you can say sorry, you can all of the above. But at this moment, he's trying to reset, maybe possibly catch his breath, come back with some tactics. What's he going to do for the next 40 seconds? Because again, there's a lot of time left in the game.
Yeah, of course there is. Yes. The referees can give athletes 3 minutes to recover, or a little more if it's deemed necessary, before they have to come back and make a decision. And just a chance to have a look at some of the crowd from the Stade Paris. Pierre de Coubertin.
Still that form of respect there for your opponent.
Yes.
But then it's back in the game.
Absolutely.
So you always carry respect for who you're fighting.
Good, and it's great that the athletes are both able to get back onto the mat. Now the referee's just checking with the Kansar, the fourth official or the extra official, to consider the timing, whether there was the count to 10 and he can't continue, or whether the technique, whether there was a discussion with the doctor. If the doctor says he can't continue, regardless, he can't continue. On the other hand, if the doctor says yes, he can continue, then the referee will decide whether he can or can't. So there's quite a few things that need to be checked to make sure everything is right. But the most important, of course, is the health of the athlete. And let's see what the referee decides to do here. He's giving a contact violation and a chewy warning. And back into the action, 40 seconds still to go. Abdelgawad in red needs one more point to overcome the Senchu advantage held, or to force an error in the last 15 seconds. Goes for a high kick, but Abudabous he's keeping really close. He's playing quite a cagey game here, isn't he, Hannah?
Yes, yes. Well, he's had that moment to think, to come up with more tactics. He's had that time.
Goes for a kick to the body. Abdelgawad tries a roundhouse kick, comes off with a punch. putting a lot of pressure on his opponent here.
Not letting him off, is he?
There's a round kick to the back. He's throwing everything, and that round kick to the back. 2-point score, and you can see the coach unhappy with his fighter from Libya, who's being told by the referee to keep still and to compose himself. There's the kick went up from the Libyan, and the kick round the back. So a referee just looking at the athlete. He's taken a knock in the face, but the scoreboard recorded the 2 points for Abdelgawad. He's got another Wasari score. So he has 7 points to 5, so he most certainly is in the driving seat with just 5 seconds left to go. Libyan coach is muttering away to himself there. he's not happy with his fighter who's
That's what
fallen behind
happens when
by
you have so much passion for the sport. You know, you
Yeah,
feel
of course.
not only the happiness but the heartbreak and sometimes the anger.
Well, that was a close kick there from Blue as the clock ticks down to 0, and that was a really impressive fight from Abdelgawad. He knew the century had to be taken into consideration
He
and
knew what he
managed
had
to do
to
that.
do. Sometimes you also have the information to know what you have to do, but then you have to do it.
Exactly.
And he was able to pull that off very well.
There's a close-up shot of the Egyptian coach there, who's done an incredible job with the national team. And in the World Cup last year, Egypt became world champions.
Absolutely.
In the men's category, they were sensational. And they have such talent, depth of talent. Fabulous win.
That's teamwork and support right there.
So
Love
that's
and
a
respect for each other.
very well-earned bronze medal for Abdallah Hasham Abdelgawad of Egypt.
Abdelgawad, congratulations once again.
Wow, raw passion.
That's what we love to see, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And the crowd standing up, getting amongst it.
We are ready for another bout. Male Kumite -75.
We all have our days.
We do, yeah, absolutely. So let's see how the match starts to unfold. The superstar, Abdallah Abdelaziz, wearing the blue colours. Enzo Berthon for France. Pushing, pressing, trying to get a reaction from Abdallah Abdelaziz. See the gold embroidery on the shoulders. That shows that he is the current grand winner. Of the last 18 major events that Abdelaziz has been in, he's been first on 15 occasions.
That's incredible.
Staggering, isn't it?
We talked about consistency. Well, that's an example right there. So fast. Look at this reaction time.
Yes, indeed. That's the second yellow warning for Berthon.
Tries to put the kick here.
Yeah. It was close. It was a good timing from Berthon. Past the halfway stage. Still nothing between the two actually, and Berthon certainly not overdoing the respect.
He's in the fight.
Absolutely in the fight, isn't he? He's not being intimidated, is he?
Yeah. Then it might be a strategy from Abdelaziz to not fight so that there's more warning for.
Yes, of course, because he's now in Berthon's on 3 passivity, 3 yellow card warnings. Coming into the last segment, there's a counter punch there from Berthon, but the punch from Abdelaziz gets all 4 judges agreed.
He took the initiative.
Thank you.
So Berthon now, in this last minute, has got to go forward. He's on the back foot, so to speak, with the point against him in the senchu held by Abdelaziz. Abdelaziz goes in with a punch, double punch. Strong kick from the French fighter, Berthon. There's a video review request. Not sure if it was on target. Looking for a kick from Red.
With the back foot.
So the front punch was too short. That front hand. There was a counter kick
That was in.
that didn't go in, and then there was a roundhouse kick from Red here.
Oh. It touches.
Yeah, but touch alone doesn't give you the points. It has to have all of those 6 criteria for Ippon. Let's have a look. Now, did the kick? The kick certainly came up, and you heard a bit of a ooh from the crowd as they were watching on the big screen here.
Sometimes it's good also to check.
And there's the kick.
Yeah, at the normal speed to see like the kime.
Because you're right. Slow motion is one thing. Real time is something different, because it could be that he just lifted his leg into position. But in real time, it might have been a very strong kick, or it might have been very weak.
Yes.
And it has to be vigorous application for it to score. There it is. There's the 2 points. Now, it's put the cat among the pigeons, so to speak, because Abdelaziz has now got to find himself in an unusual position where he's trailing. And he's only got 23 seconds still to go. Abdelaziz now having to put Berthon under pressure. He puts in a punch over the top, and he shows what kind of a champion he is with that Yuko score. Now the interesting thing here is that he has to keep that senchu, because should it go to 2-2, Berthon scored with Osari. That's a higher value score. We have 11 seconds still on the clock. It's 2-2. There's a video review request from the coach of Abdelaziz. And there's a kick went up just before he went down to the tatami. There was a punch, followed up as he stepped down with a kick there, and then he lost his balance and fell.
Seemed to have been blocked as well. The last second. Oh.
So no score, no card for Abdelaziz. 11 seconds still on the clock. Berthon now needs to overcome that Senchu advantage. Abdelaziz will have no intention of moving back. He wants to hang on to that Senchu. Wow. That was such a tense few seconds. There is a video review request.
Yeah, we might as well at the last second.
Why not? Why not? Got to go for it. But what is the video review for? Is it for the punch?
I think so, yes. Because he only really needs one.
He does.
Point.
If he can get 1 point, anything at this stage, to take the gold medal.
But he's ducking. I was ducking there very low. He knows that he doesn't want to get hit there.
So watch to see the red punch, the red pad. Did it go past the head?
Wow. Oh.
Abdelaziz is almost on the floor, on the mat. The punch seems to have gone past, didn't it?
Yes. It was close.
And it's been rejected, and that could arguably be wishful thinking on behalf of Berthon. And they win. And another gold medal goes to the sensational Abdelaziz. He didn't have it all his own way though, did he? Berthon was a very strong fighter.
Yeah, he kept him with a good challenge until the very end.
Sometimes you can win with a massive score, sometimes by 1 point, sometimes just by a Senchu. But a win is a win. Absolutely. I was waiting for that. You're absolutely right. A win is a win. And that's another one. Fantastic performance by Abdelaziz. And of course we have to give credit to the coaches. Would be your role model, inspiration?
Elena Kurici.
Elena Kurici, of course you'd have to say that now.
Yes.
But from a male point of view?
Right now, I like Abdelaziz. Yes.
Abdelaziz, tremendous.
Yes. Mason, the world champion.
Incredible. Double world champion, back to back.
Yes.
Video review, and it's going for Rahozenko. There's a kick to the back there. When it's in slow motion, it's difficult to tell whether it's successful. You see here a bit more in real time. The kick went in and it kind of dropped down. There was no real hiccup. What did you think?
Yeah, I think it was a good target, but like you said, it just dropped down after some.
Yeah, so the kick didn't recoil, did it? So after the initial flurry, it settles down a little bit. First point secured. Let's go by way of Sakiyama. Very quick legs from Rahozenko. from Sakiyama, successful again.
I think Eric is just attacking from a little bit too far now.
That was better from Rahozenko. Pressure being brought about from Rahozenko. Sakiyama still leading with that 1 point advantage with the Senchu. Going to get a warning. Third of the match still remaining. Rahozenko will be pleased. He's got himself onto the scoreboard with another Yuko, but there's a video review from the coach of Sakiyama.
Let's see.
Indeed. What were your thoughts?
When I watched, I thought Eric was first, but
They look pretty much the same time there, don't they? Of course, the judges can only go for the first one they see. And it is possible for two to go red, two to go blue. But it's not accepted. So there's no point, no card for Sakiyama. We come to the last 40 seconds of the bout. Rahozenko still has the century to overcome, and he's got himself a point, and that's what he's done.
so now he's doing a really good job at applying pressure and waiting for the reaction when he attacks.
Sakiyama seems to be sitting back a little more now, doesn't he? Perhaps his tactics will change as well. Rahozenko felt that pressure. He decided to step off and take a deliberate jugai. That's a yellow card warning, but it's only his first.
Yes, I think that was smart thing to do.
There's tremendous pressure coming in from Sakiyama. 15 seconds still to go though. Rahozenko being penalised for holding. That's a second chewy warning. Good side kick there from Sakiyama. And certainly Rahozenko felt that, didn't he?
Yes, that was perfect. Really smart from Sakiyama. He saw that Eric was only going with Yakuchuda. Took advantage of it.
Tactics changed once more. Rahozenko is the one who tried to apply pressure, and Sakiyama is going to be penalised. He'll lose the Senchu. There's 1 point difference. Rahozenko now has the possibility, if he can get a 2 point score, that gives him the win. A 1 point score levels the playing field, but there is the Musari from Rahozenko.
Sakiyama was great defense there in the last seconds.
Yes, he did.
Really good match.
And it was very close as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
Connor?
Yes. I think Eric, he started a bit slow, but as the match went on, he realized that he has to make the pressure and then react to it.
just a moment. Everyone looks forward to coming off the mat with a win under their belt.
An interesting matchup, this one.
Yeah, similar sizes, similar ability. Zaplitnyi may be a little more experienced. He was a world bronze medalist.
And both very tactically strong. You know, now they've just weighing each other up because they know this first point is critical. They might be willing to let this go to a passivity warning.
That's what's going to happen. It's interesting, this little, if I do this, what do you do?
Yeah, I love this. I love this part of the conversation. You know,
yeah, the physical conversation that's occurring, isn't it?
Yes.
What happens? What do you? How do you test each other?
You know, if I do that, what do you do? If I do this, and they're just seeing how they're reacting to certain things at the moment.
I mean, on the one hand, you could look at this and say, well, this is really boring. There's nothing happening. On the other hand, you can say that there's a psychological battle going on.
Absolutely. You know, they're really back and forth with this conversation. He tried to touch his hand, flicks it, the knee comes up. Okay, I'm telling you that I'm covering that kick. If you do this, I'm ready for that. You know, and then I will do something. So there is quite a lot going on, but somebody has to take a chance.
Yeah, and we're halfway through the bout, and nobody's taken a chance just yet. And if it's 0-0 at the end, it's going to be a difficult one for the referees to make a decision. The judges will have to vote one way or the other. And if
there's not a lot to go on, really.
No.
I wouldn't want that job to split these two at the moment.
Oh, there's a strong side kick into the body from Bulut, and the punch from Zaplitnyi at the same time. So both of them are going to score.
But no Senshu. 2-1, but no Senshu.
No, because it's not unopposed.
Ah, okay.
So if it was, let's say, Zaplitnyi's point only, then he would get the Senshu. But because Bulut scored as well, neither of them get Senshu.
Okay, and it's 2-1. So he only needs to want the 1 point, not 2 points.
Yeah, he needs one, but Bulut scored with a wasari. That's a 2-point score, so it's a higher value.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, the flags were a little late in signaling for that point, but it can be up to 2 seconds. So one judge can score within 2 seconds. If another judge scores, then it's recorded as a point.
You know, I've heard some comments, you know, talking, the 2 second delay, and I get it. I get there's a 2 second delay. But Zanchin, if you have Zanchin,
yeah, awareness.
Then you're not going to get caught after that.
And as we see here, where within that 2 seconds, you might think you've scored, turn to signal for the coach, and get scored upon, or get hurt.
Yes. I had this conversation with Mohammed El Sohani about the Zanchin.
And Mohammed, just for those who are not aware, Mohammed El Hosseini is the chairman of the WKF World Technical Commission.
Yeah, and we was talking about Zanchin, and it's easier to turn away. You get a lot of people turn away and celebrating too early. But back in sort of our era, 80s, 90s, 2000s, it was more of a health issue.
Yeah, you. Always.
Zanchin wasn't an option. You needed to be fully focused for those 2 seconds after.
Yeah,
you
the
scored.
level of contact was that much greater, wasn't it?
Yeah. So.
And the potential for injury.
Yeah. So
therefore.
I'm glad to see that they're really addressing this quite strongly.
And you see the way Bulut turned away, exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
Did his technique and turned away as though I'm going to stop the match now. Nobody else can do anything. But that's not the reality, is it?
No, and you could actually, it can come back on you one day, and if you don't score, then like that.
You can see in the top left-hand corner, as the action happened,
Bam.
Bulut threw the punch and then completely turned his back on his opponent.
So if, for example, that was a video review, would he score it?
On the basis, well,
Because the technique was good.
but his awareness has been lost, and that's part Zanchin awareness, and that is referred to now, I think, in the rule book as awareness rather than Zanchin.
Yeah.
But that is part of the 6 criteria. Awareness is part of the 6 criteria to score.
So that point would not have scored on video review.
No.
Okay.
And that's where you could get injured. As you see
Yeah.
there. Well, he was about to throw a kick, but the match had stopped. So it's 3 points all.
He can hold him.
One more point, and Zaplitnyi is in the driving seat.
I think he made a mistake there. He was quite vulnerable on that one leg. Yeah, in those dying seconds, I think Bulut made a mistake. It was the wrong strategy.
Yep.
In that moment.
And having led that bout for 80% of the time.
Yeah, I think
his decision making made the difference.
I think so.
So
I think
it's
so.
almost that Bulut lost it rather than Zaplitnyi winning it.
I think, yeah, he'll be kicking himself when he looks back at the video and look at his decision in the last 2 seconds or whatever it was. I think he'll be replaying it. I know what I should have done, but because you have to take into consideration sometimes how strong your opponent is. Maybe that has worked for him in the past, to just lift the leg up and to hold somebody.
Yeah.
But he should have got a gauge of this guy's strength coming forward, and that maybe that would not have been the right decision to do it. To try to hold him.
Yeah.
That was a great point.
Very fast.